Hey guys, quick video today. Hopefully I can get it done in less than 5 minutes. Just wanted to talk very briefly about the differences between a private server and a public server or a wildcard server owned by Ark's development team, so to speak. My first couple hundred hours in Ark back during early release were played on official PvE, and once I learned the game a little bit, I moved to official PvP. And from there, I went to a private server and finally adminning my own servers. I have about 2,800 hours of admin, and then of course about maybe 700 hours of playing on officials, as they're called. So if you do enjoy the video, please like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. As well, if you're looking at maybe joining a server, private, the listing is all in the comments section on how to get in contact with me and join our servers. Let's get right into it, kids. First off, let's talk about the advantages to playing on a wildcard official server. So number one, longevity. It's unlikely, and it doesn't happen often, where wildcard simply removes a server permanently. The odd time they reduce servers, say in the EU PvE because there's not enough players or something, but it doesn't happen too often. So you know that when you're in a wildcard official server that your gear and your builds are fairly safe. It won't just shut down. Another big advantage, especially when we're talking about PvP, is the fairness. On a private server, there will be an admin, and all humans are different, all admins are different, and in many cases you'll read about admin abuse on PvP, admin helping a certain guy they like. What if the admin doesn't like you on a PvP server and in fact despises you? They may start floating ascendant level items and other gear to other tribes to help get you wiped out. So if you're really looking for fair, competitive play without doing a lot of time in research, then you might be best on that public or official wildcard server. So the two main points for me, and almost the only reasons to play on an official server, would be the guaranteed longevity. Server most likely will always exist, as well as if you're in PvP, that fairness is a critical point. So if you're a competitive PvP player, you want to be able to say, hey, I'm able to kill people and I'm a master player, then you're going to get maybe more respect having done that on an official server. One thing I'm not going to talk about is the toxicity of official servers. That's something that's been talked about so much on both Reddit and Steam and other forums about Ark. And it's something that's not just an Ark issue, it's an issue on many other games. So we're not going there. So that covers for me most of the upsides to an official server. There's really just the two that I can think of, which is the longevity and of course fairness. The downsides to official servers. Number one, sometimes they go down. Sometimes they go down for days. When I come home from work after a long day and in that job, I might have been thinking about what I want to build or what I want to tame, and I come home and the server's not up. That's a bit concerning, right? I want to play and I can't. Now, that's one thing, but also sometimes they go down 1, 2, 3 days. Now, there is in Steam discussions on the top a link that shows you the server outages. If you follow Ark on Twitter, you can probably get a little bit of information as to when servers go down. But that still doesn't solve the problem of me not being able to play for 2 days. Other big problem on officials is lag and performance. Officials tend to be built up with a lot of gear. They get a little messy. Some of the stuff has been there for a long time. There's tons of turrets, there's tons of buildings, and it just makes for bad performance. I don't love lag at all, so I tend to enjoy, at least on my servers, running really high end so we don't get lag. So that's a big problem for me. The other issue with the official servers is in fact, the same thing we said was a positive, but a lack of admin. Every now and then you might go through a cluster. The official server gets DDoS'd or crashes at that moment. Meanwhile, you've got a 100 character in the oboe. The server rolls back 5 minutes. Your character can be lost. This is an issue that has occurred, and it's officially written that wildcard does not replace lost characters in dinos. So you could spend a lot of time to get a level 100 character in official. It's gone. So that's a big downside for me. So the lag, the fact that there are no GM or admins that are really there to help you. The griefing and exploiting, like I said, is a topic we're not going to touch on. So my main two problems with official servers are poor performance, as well as the unavailability of help in a game that does have significant amounts of bugs and glitches. So let's move along to some of the advantages of a private server and some of the disadvantages to a private server. Starting with the advantages. If you do a little research and look into it a bit, you can generally find private servers that are high performance. They don't experience a lot of lag. I mean, a server with 100 people on it, you probably still get lag either way. And the other big advantage, if your admin is fair and reasonable and treats people equally, then you're going to have a backup for if something goes horribly wrong. And there's a lot of little things that can go wrong. I'm doing the odd maintenance. Someone leaves a tribe. He's the only guy in the tribe. You can't get any of his stuff back. No one can do anything for you on official. Whereas in my case, just earlier today, I went and was able to fix that problem. So having an admin can be both a bad thing and a good thing, but a good admin, that's pretty great. So you can have that help there. So big 2 points for private servers are having an admin available to help with bugs and glitches, as well as performance. And the other big advantage, in our case, our uptime, is 100%. When the server goes down, many people in my community have my phone number. They can wake me up out of bed if I'm not on Discord, and I can get in there and fix the problem fast. So that's kind of nice. Another big advantage to private servers is mods. Things like S Plus or other mods. If you want a total conversion or a new game, you're probably not going to find a lot of that on officials. So that's a big help. So my main three advantages to private servers are with a good admin, low downtime. With a good admin, replacing stuff that if you get wiped out for some reason or through a glitch or bug. And then finally that you can have a little more variety on a private server. Now, the same things that are an advantage are sometimes a disadvantage on a private server. And that comes down to the admin. First and foremost, one of the biggest issues is that some guy who's played the game a little bit decides to start his own server. He gets it going. He pulls in some players. A month or two later, he's playing a new game. He's moved on. And all of a sudden your server is gone. And we call it fly-by-night. It's a big problem. It's definitely a concern. It can be resolved with research, but not everyone wants to spend time researching before they join. But it is highly recommended. Another big disadvantage to private servers, again, is the admin. Is the admin fair? Is the admin treating other players correctly? Is he giving advantages to other players over you? Who knows, right? And that, for a competitive PvP player, is a big downside. Outside of that, I mean, for me personally, private's the way to go. Before I started my own servers, I did a ton of research before I joined. That research can be done through Battlemetrics, which will give you a list of downtime and player counts in real time. That research can also be done through Reddit and Steam, looking at other people that play on the server, what kind of comments they've had. How long the person's been promoting the server on Reddit and Steam will give you an idea on how long it's been around. And how the server's paid for. Is it community-based? Are there donation tabs? These sort of things do mean sometimes a server can be more permanent because it's not funded by one individual. So those are things to consider. The mods for us are a big reason. We all love S+. We don't like playing without it. So, you're not going to find that necessarily on officials all day long. I'm not even sure if officials have S+. I know it's a sponsored mod, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's been implemented. But someone feel free to add that in the comments. Outside of that, guys, I don't know a whole lot more I can say about it. We'll just review quickly the main points. Your private server has some downsides. Could be fly-by-night, a nasty admin, or a young, immature admin, an admin that doesn't know what they're doing and screws up and destroys tribe structures by accident, wipes everything out. That upside won't be felt. That downside won't be felt, on an official server. And then the downsides on the officials, of course, are the things mentioned, like downtime, lag, and other issues. Outside of that, guys, that's about all I can think of. Sorry I couldn't give more details, but those basic points are really what you're looking at when you're making a decision. Have a great day, and hope you enjoyed the video.